Maple Hollow wasn't the kind of place where people disappeared. A quiet town nestled between rolling hills and farmland, it was the sort of community where neighbors waved from their porches and everyone knew whose kid drove too fast down Main Street. But everything changed the morning Emily Carter, a 32-year-old nurse at Maple Hollow General Hospital, failed to show up for her shift. Emily was loved, not in the casual way people toss that word around, but genuinely adored. She was known for her warmth, her tireless double shifts, and the way she still made time to deliver soup to elderly patients after hours. When she didn't answer her phone, friends assumed she'd overslept. But by evening, when her car was still parked outside her small apartment and her keys were missing, worry turned to fear. The police launched a full-scale search within 24 hours. Bloodhounds traced Emily's scent along a wooded trail she often jogged, but it vanished abruptly near the old railroad crossing. Detectives suspected a random abduction, a stranger passing through, a crime of opportunity. News crews descended on Maple Hollow. For weeks, search parties combed through dense brush and abandoned barns. Flyers with Emily's smiling face fluttered on telephone poles, her eyes becoming a haunting symbol of the town's growing despair. But as investigators dug into her personal life, the image of the beloved nurse began to blur. Behind closed doors, Emily's life wasn't as picture-perfect as it seemed. Detectives learned she'd recently ended a long-term relationship with Mark Bennett, a local EMT. According to friends, the breakup had been tense. Mark was possessive, jealous of her friendships, especially with Dr. Daniel Hayes, the hospital's new trauma surgeon. Texts recovered from Emily's phone painted a complicated picture. Late-night messages from Daniel that teetered between professional and intimate, and a string of emotional voicemails from Mark that shifted from pleading to angry. When questioned, Mark insisted he'd been at home the night Emily vanished, but inconsistencies in his timeline began to surface. Then came a break. A neighbor reported seeing a white pickup truck parked near the railroad trail around the time Emily disappeared. Mark drove one just like it. The town turned on him almost instantly. Just as prosecutors prepared to charge Mark, new evidence surfaced. A hidden storage unit registered in Emily's name. Inside, detectives found a duffel bag stuffed with cash, fake IDs, and travel brochures for cities across the country. It looked like she'd been planning to run. But from what? Or from whom? A closer look at hospital records revealed irregularities in patient billing linked to Dr. Hayes. Emily had access to those files. Investigators theorized she had discovered the fraud and confronted him. When they subpoenaed his financial records, they found multiple payments made to an untraceable account, the same account where Emily's missing paycheck deposits had been rerouted. Confronted with the evidence, Dr. Hayes confessed. He'd lured Emily to the trail under the pretense of discussing her safety after the breakup with Mark, then killed her when she threatened to expose him. He'd left her body buried near an abandoned farmhouse, a place he knew no one would think to look. When police recovered Emily's remains 6 weeks later, Maple Hollow changed forever. Mark was cleared of suspicion, but his reputation never recovered. The hospital faced federal charges for negligence, and Dr. Hayes received a life sentence without parole. At Emily's memorial, her mother said quietly, she always wanted to help people. Even in the end, she helped uncover the truth. To this day, residents of Maple Hollow still leave flowers at the old railroad crossing, a silent reminder of how one woman's courage and a town's hidden darkness collided in a story no one will ever forget.